Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. I almost said Monday. I'm a little off here after traveling, being in Texas for a few days. But I just wanted to share with you how I, gluten-free, dairy-free, pretty much egg-free, travel without spending a ton of money and no rental car. So what I did when I was preparing to travel to Texas was, as soon as we knew where the hotel was, I started looking at restaurants, what was available in the hotel, and then, of course, how much hotel room service cost. So I decided I was going to pack all of my breakfast because I didn't want to pay $20 for breakfast at the hotel. And our conference started at 9 o'clock every morning, so I also didn't want to spend a ton of time walking to or from any restaurants. So what I did for breakfast was I packed individual packets of gluten-free, dairy-free oatmeal that has protein in it, because in every room you're going to have the coffee maker, so just don't put your coffee in it. There's your hot water, mix it up and eat it. And then the other thing I ate for breakfast was, well, I guess I didn't eat it, I drank it, was my protein powder. So I have a gluten-free, dairy-free, egg-free protein powder that I use. So what I did was I just mixed that with my coffee. We were lucky enough to stay at a hotel for this conference that provided free coffee not only in the lobby but in our conference area also. So instead of carting around the huge protein powder container, I scooped out how much protein I would need for each breakfast and I put it in this little Tupperware container. Pretty much Ziploc everywhere makes little containers that you can use, but I like the Tupperware ones the most because I know these things are really hard to seal, so I know it's easy to come off. And number two, it doesn't have a really big lip on it, so it's not going to come undone in your bag. So I just put my protein powder in here. This is one serving, so I would just add this to my coffee. I did pack a blender ball shaker just to help with that, even though the coffee was hot. I would shake it up in my blender ball container before drinking it. And then all of those things I just stuck, as you can see I have not unpacked, I just stuck in a giant gallon Ziploc bag and I threw those in my checked luggage. I also took protein bars, some of my favorite protein bars to have as snacks for during our sessions or between meals or when we were walking around because we did not get a rental car. The hotel we stayed at last year for our conference and this year, there was a huge charge for parking, and being in downtown Austin where we were, there was enough stuff for us to walk to that we didn't need that extra expense of a rental car. But I did pack protein bars. I packed a small container like this of peanut butter for gluten-free pretzels. I packed gluten-free popcorn, and then I shared the image of hippies or hip peas, I can't remember what they're called, just like a gluten-free, dairy-free Cheeto. And then I had also a box of crackers, and almost all of those things I put in more travel-friendly containers, little Ziploc Tupperware containers, so they wouldn't get squished. And so they could mostly go in my checked bag. A friend of mine messaged me and she said, "Is your whole carry-on food?" And it pretty much was. So my carry-on is often food. You do have to be careful though with TSA. You can't take peanut butter in your carry-on. That has to go in your checked bag. So some stuff like that you do have to be careful of. You could probably do oatmeal because it's already sealed, but your protein powder, that's definitely got to go in your checked bag. And then the only other thing that I really tried to do was pre-pick restaurants that worked so that I wasn't stuck without anything to eat or you know, left with the decision of, do I choose wheat instead of dairy, you know, or anything like that. So we always pre-looked at menus and walking distance so that it could accommodate all of us. So hopefully that's helpful to you. If you have any questions about the protein powder that I use or the oatmeal that I generally use, let me know. I will drop those in the comments for you. Otherwise, happy traveling with your dietary needs, and have a great day.